Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. This is my segment of Craft Round the Clock. I want to make mention. Let's get to getting. Let me show you what I got here. I got us a Goodwill cross. How it's transformed already. I painted the back a pretty brown, okay? And I sanded it first because the top part, if you look at it, it had like a paper, like almost like a decoupage over it to begin with. And it was kind of funky. It was had a scripture on it, kind of like, it reminded me of something right out of the 70s. It did. What we're going to do first is we're going to stencil a scripture on here. The 1 Corinthians 13 scripture, love is patient, love is kind. You want to get your brush good and load it up, and then you want to offload it on a paper towel like this. Now, the problem is that this heart is raised. I don't know if you saw that or not. You see that? It's raised. So I got to figure out how to get this to lay down. Ooh-wee, is that some fast stenciling or what? Ta-da! Over here it got kind of smudged, but that's okay because the flowers are going to be coming down like that. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever at all. Paint pen. I love it already. I think it's pretty. I love the brown and the cream color together. I think it's really pretty. Okay, I'm just going to dry it up just a little bit. And we're going to add this pretty little, this came from Essential Stencil in the big Valentine pack. All right. Making sure that's dry. Okay, this is going to go right over top of the heart. Ta-da. Right like that. I love it. Do you love it? Once you get it where you want it, just kind of give it a little rub. Then I love that Essential Stencil upped their game with this. This is hard plastic, and it makes the transferring so much easier. I love it. I love it. There we go. It's up. It's up and running. Oh, how pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I mean, I could be done with it right now and say, sayonara. Seriously, you all. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to set this aside just for a minute because I want to show you, this Formflex clay from Tammy Yaw at formflexcompound.com if you're interested. I use this clay a lot. It's my favorite clay of choice. All I did, I showed you when I made my mirror the other day how to make one of these, and I got better at it. Just like anything with practice, you get a little bit better with practice, right? So you take a little piece of this clay. Now you can do this in your hand, even if you don't have a surface to work with. You can do this. You can take the clay and make it. You want to make it. This is the ticket to making it look like little porcelain capodimonte. Little roses. You know what I'm talking about. How many QVC girls do I have here? Remember capodimonte was so big back in the 80s? Oh my gosh, I wanted one so bad. Never got one, but hey, now I make my own. Now I do my own capodimonte. Anyway, what you do is you make it nice and thin. Not so thin that you're going to get the fissures in it. You don't want it so thin that when it dries, it's going to dry. But this hardly ever gets any cracks in it. I mean, really. So see how thin that is? I would say, what, a 32nd of an inch? It's really tiny. Now, you can make your center really, really tight, or you can make it a little looser. This is the center of your rose. You just start rolling it. You see what I'm doing? I just took it and started to roll it like that, very slowly. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that the center of the rose stays just below the line of the clay, because as it's rolling, I'm going to loosen my roll. I'm going to slow my roll. And I'm going to loosen it just a little bit. For those of you who want to learn how to do this, I'm doing this for you. And then you can make it kind of what's the word? Like almost pleat it right here. Like you could pleat it like that. And see what that did? That created like the beginning of a little petal that you can pull out like that. And all the way down, you're going to keep pushing it down and making it really, really thin like that. Okay? So when you're done rolling it, when you're all done rolling it, it looks like that. Okay? Then you're going to take your thumb very gently, or your finger, whatever is easy and gentle, and you're just going to kind of pull out that outer layer just a bit, and you're going to make sure, and you're going to pinch it. You're going to pinch it to where that you don't want to really see a seam on the side there. You're going to, kind of connect it to itself, the clay. This clay is so soft and easy to work with. I can't even begin to tell you how easy this clay is. But look at how much that looks like a little rose. All right. You pinch it. You can roll it a little bit if you want. And if you want to add more petals to it, this is all you do. You take a teeny tiny ball like that. You pinch it really, really thin like this. And you just go find your seam and overlap your seam with it. Okay, so you're just going to kind of, like a petal would be, like this, and you're going to attach it by pushing it into the clay. Okay, so now you've got, and you can keep making your petals bigger and bigger all the way around. I usually do about 3 of each size and go all the way around, but that looks pretty good, right? All right, so then you just make sure it's nice and pinched tight together. You don't see the seam. You're going to take your scissor, you're going to go like this, and you're going to cut it like that, so that now you've got a flat base. You can just lay it down, and whoops, come back here, and it lays nice and flat for you. See, so that when it dries like that, you can paint it, or if you want, you put food coloring in. Make sure you put gloves on. If you don't, your hands will be whatever color your flower was, and then you're done. Isn't that cute? Easy peasy, right? Now you're a Capodimonte flower maker. Ha ha, right? It is easy. Get a hold of this clay. It's not easy with every clay. This clay is amazing. Tammy Yaw at Formflex Compound. I'm just saying, it's amazing. I would not lie to you, y'all. That is the best clay I have ever worked with. And it smells pretty too. I love this already. Don't you? Here's the deal. I've got these kind of positioned where I want to put them. I did a dry run before I went live, and then I kind of put them where I wanted to put them. But I'm going to do that again. I'm going to take these and put them right where I had them, all the way around this pretty little heart. Okay, and I got some little, what do you call, leaves that I'm going to put on there as well. So I'm going to take it, start down here, and work my way back up. That's it. See, just a little extra something there on the sides. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Love, love, love it. Okay. I didn't even have to plug in my hot glue gun tonight because this is Bare Dark Wax. I love it. You get it at is it Lowe's, Home Depot, one of those. It's been so long since I bought it. It's been probably a couple years since I bought it. I just add it to my brush like this and work it in this like this. And what I do is I take a baby wipe and I just wipe it back as I go. Keep your baby wipes handy like that. Okay, we're going to go down to the ones we started with like this, and you're just going to kiss your rose. Kiss that rose. It's best to do it when your flowers are so that you're not moving them about. Let me get some of this off a little bit. And I'm going to hold the rose and work it in like this. And gives it that antique look. And you take your little baby wipe and you go in and wipe it back as much as you want or as little as you want. Just like that. Pouncing it in. It doesn't take much. That's the thing. That's the key. It doesn't take a lot. Go back. Wax on, wax off, Danielson, right? Oh, and it just makes it have such a pretty little antique-y looking vibe. Vintage. Like these are just vintage roses. I like to wipe it way back. And I'll probably get in there once these are good and dry and, you know, get into all the nooks and crannies a little bit better. They're still moving, so I don't want to disturb their being glued down. Yeah, so pretty. I'm just going to do a few more so that I can show you what it looks like here. See how pretty that is? That antiquing. It looks so much darker in the camera. It's not that dark. It really isn't. I'm going to go around the edge as well. I'm just going to go right around the edge here and give the whole thing a little bit of antiquing. And when you see it in the photos, I will take pictures. You'll see what it looks like. Just a little bit of that antique around the edge, just kind of like when you're doing a scrapbook page, you do the same thing. You ink the sides, you ink the edges, and it just makes the whole thing pop a little bit. I don't think I need to wipe it back. I just need to blend it in really well, like that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to do the center heart. Once these are set in there really well, there you go. And I am going to take the bling. I'm going to take this bling, I think, and go around the edge here. What do you think about that? One more minute. Just a little bit of bling, not a whole lot. I could have even done one less row, but I think that that'll set it off really nicely and give it a little bit of extra something. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I have, and that's all the time I have. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to be working on this until it's done, and I will see you again next time. All right, have a good night. Bye.